Hi Taurus, welcome back. This is your February reading, Taurus. Whoops, so you already had some cards come out. It is the you versus them. Thank you for returning. Your energy is Neptune, which talks about the dream state, imagination, memories. It can be kind of a self-sacrifice type of vibe. It also talks about universal love, fantasies, escapism. It's kind of a Pisces vibe. Some of you might be dealing with that or have that in your chart. Mm-hmm. For others of you, it's just focused on compassion and empathy and going into that more watery nature. Even though you're an earth sign, I feel like Taurus is one of the most empathetic signs of the zodiac, at least in my observation of Taurus. And for that, I love you guys, but don't tell anybody. And then here's that earth energy to ground you this month, right? With Saturn here. So it's all about discipline, structure, making the best of your time, making the most of your time on earth, I feel. You know, some of you might be wanting to do a little escapism, a little fantasy, a little retreat maybe in February might be called for, right? It's also honoring your values, traditions, keeping it real, you know, keeping it centered, taking the mature road. All right. So that's kind of the overall vibes that I'm feeling for you. Let's see what the supporting energy is here for Taurus. All right. So King of Swords and the Five of Wands. Yeah. So if you've had challenges, you had tests, people testing you, people testing your patience, your testing your anger control even, then this is making the decision to take the wisest choice and know when to exit left, and also know when to take a time out, take a break, right? Like I said, I'm feeling a very escapist vibe for Taurus in February, and ain't nothing wrong with that, you know? So let's see, Taurus, this is the you versus them. So now I'm going to go into your energy and then the person you're dealing with. I'm going to go back and forth between you and them. The person you're dealing with can be anyone in your life. It can be intimate, yes, and for a lot of you it will be, but for others it will be platonic, okay? So take it as it resonates. If you prefer the general readings, those will be the mid-months this month, all right? So you can pop in and look at those in mid-February. So let's get the recent past energy out for my Tauruses. Recent past energy. Six of Cups. Ten of Cups. Wow. Holy crap. Queen of Swords, Seven of Wands. That's that escapism I was talking about, right? So I feel like in the recent past, you know, Taurus, there was a lot of past energy here with the Six of Cups, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like emotional fulfillment abound, you know? It's funny because there's two very different pieces of you showing up in the recent past. There's like this part of you that really wants to be surrounded by comfort, family, whatever you consider your escape, you know, and really, I just feel like a sense of like, you know how you get like a really warm blanket around you? Kind of like that type of energy. I like it. And then there's this other part of you that's like, you know, very directive, very, very decisive, you know, very boss mode almost. And it's an interesting contrast to the fact that really you don't want to be in the driver's seat, at least not during this time frame. I think you want to escape. You want to escape being tested or being the decision maker. Yes, you can be that when you need to be that, and you could be that rock when you need to be that, but sometimes you want to be in a softer space, and a space that brings you back to your true and pure nature. Some of you want to be in nature, okay? So I feel that that's where the recent past energy was, so it makes sense that it's coming into February with that. And I mean, I don't blame you. So let's see what's going on with the person you're dealing with. What is their recent past energy? All right, so they have Nine of Wands, Knight of Cups, Three of Wands. So I feel like whoever it is that you have been dealing with, Taurus, they have been, you know, patiently waiting for an opportunity to move forward with their emotional desires as well. This person may also be looking to escape. Three of Wands is often a travel card, and or looking out into the distance, waiting for their ships to come in. Some of them have been waiting for you to open up emotionally or come forward emotionally. I think this person's really tried to exercise their patience, you know, not really wanting to battle, kind of wanting to just kind of move forward, move on. Yeah. Similar vibes. So let's see how you view this person in the present energy, Taurus. How you view this person in the present energy. Three of Wands. That's so funny because they just showed up as a Three of Wands. Oh. Knight of Swords. Eight of Swords. Wow. So you view this person as the Three of Wands, which is really interesting because they showed up as the Three of Wands in the recent past. So your perception of them is pretty on point. You know, sometimes our perception is not always connected with the truth, but I think that you see pretty clearly, you know, that this person is either distant from you or wanting some sort of movement forward or travel or adventure. You know what I'm saying? Like they want to push the energy forward and you're aware of that. I think that with the Knight of Swords, Eight of Swords, this is like you view this person as someone who doesn't always communicate what they need to communicate. You know what I'm saying? Or they may have hastily moved forward or communicated something that they shouldn't have, you know? I don't know really why I'm getting that energy. It might have really tested you. I'm getting kind of two separate energies. So some of you are dealing with more than one person in February, like someone within like work environment or family, and then someone intimate. All right, so take it how it resonates. But I feel like this person here that you're viewing, you know, it's like if they're waiting for you to open up, you're aware of that. But, you know, I think you view this person as kind of stuck in their head. They, like mental blocks, you know what I'm saying? It's really interesting vibe. What's the Eight of Swords? The Queen of Wands. Wow, yes, hasty communication here. Okay, whether that's on your part or their part. Or, you know, it's like movement forward and then almost like a block in communication and that surprises someone. Or I get very... I'm getting two different vibes here. So, you know, I think, Taurus, that this person may have like some shock value here, or you have shocked them. You know, it's like all things moving forward, being very passionate, and then like a shutdown in communication, or something that shouldn't have been said was said, or, you know, information was not provided that should have been provided, and it got them stuck in their head or your head. Definitely something here. So I'm going to come back and clarify that one. We'll see. How they view you. Let's see what that is about. They view you as the Queen of Cups. Three of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. The Tower. It's got very interesting. So Taurus, They view you as someone who is in tune with their emotions. You know, the Queen of Cups in this deck is a very intuitive person, spiritual energy. All right. They view you as someone who tries to follow their, you know, their intuition in regards to things that, like hobbies, career, work, whatever it is you like to put your time and energy into. They feel that you put also your heart into it. That's what it is. But then at the same time, they view you as the Knight of Pentacles Tower. So being a little bit afraid of change, being a little bit resistant to change while you're a fixed sign, you know. So that makes sense. So I feel like if your heart's not in it, they know that you won't change, you know, or you won't push forward with something unless you are somewhat emotionally drawn to. But there's a shock here on both sides. So I want to know what that's about. So I'm going to come back to that. For now, I'm going to go into the most likely future outcome for February. Taurus's most likely future outcome. Two of Swords, Ace of Cups, Three of Swords, and the Hermit. So, Taurus. Yes. I think going into the future energy, there's an indecisiveness here about the way that you feel. You know, you might be covering up or focused on past hurts as well. Which I think that you've worked so hard to move past the past. And this might be what you want to escape. You know, things might feel heavy at times, or like you have too much going on, or too much going on in your work life or family life, or just within your emotions. And it's like, I need a break, you know. I want time away from that, or isolation. So I definitely feel a reprieve will be needed in February. Let me see what this person's most likely future outcome is. And then I see a tower moment here. So we'll see what that's about. Their most likely outcome is the Sun. Three of Swords. Holy cow. Oh, yeah. Oh, I just had deja vu. Some of you might be getting deja vu in February, because I just had deja vu. All right, then Judgment, and then the Nine of Cups. You're both the Three of Swords in the future? Really? So, you know, this person also wants to escape any sort of pain, hurt, heartache, trying to see the brighter side of things, trying to make a decision to go towards their emotional fulfillment, trying to leave this behind. You are doing the same, but you have a different approach here. Both of you have things that are at minimal complicated going on within the emotional realm, right? But you're kind of coping with it differently. I think that you are looking for, like I said, to escape it, even if it's just for a moment. This person is going about it by trying to put themselves into things that make them feel good about themselves. You know, maybe getting a new wardrobe, or things that make their body feel good, taking baths, you know, whatever makes this person feel good about themselves. That's what they're doing to try and escape it. But both are trying to escape. Yes. So I want to know what the shock is about. What is that about? Queen of Wands, what is that? Two of Pentacles. Okay. And what is the Tower here? Two of Swords, Page of Pentacles. It's just not that complicated. That's what I feel like saying. I don't know why. Two of Wands. This person, what is surprising here is that someone shifts their direction. And it's shocking, you know. It's like someone switches up here, and I feel like it's the person you're dealing with, but actually this is how they view you, so it very well could be you. And you view them as the Queen of Wands, Two of Pentacles, which is seeing something from a different angle and being surprised by it. Seeing you from a different viewpoint, and they're kind of surprised by that. You might have surprised this person by deciding to no longer invest in something that you used to be very invested in, or, you know, you just change it up, you switch it up, which Taurus is generally a pretty consistent sign. So not that you can't change, but you're not like someone who changes overnight, like maybe an air sign or Aries type of energy. You're more of change kind of evolves with Taurus, and this is a drastic change, and it's actually something I think that you may have been slowly going towards, but kind of keeping it to yourself. And then bam, there's that new you, there's that new opportunity, and looking out into the horizon, beginning again. All right, because you were at the Three of Wands, and now at the Two. Yeah, so your change up is shocking to this person. And then looking at the future energy, I think that, you know, whatever the decision was, it complicates the situation, most definitely. And I think that there is some important decisions needing to be made here towards the end of February, and you're really seeking enlightenment as to which direction to go. And this is saying take from your wisdom, take from things that, you know, how did that work out for you in the past? And did it work out? And if it didn't, then don't take that same approach. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of energy. It's the Hermit. Yeah, Three of Pentacles, Three of Cups. Really, really contemplating about what you want to put your time and effort into. Okay, because maybe what you were putting your time and effort into wasn't necessarily giving you the emotional fulfillment, and you kind of took a pause, or will be in February, where you're like, wait a second, I need to relook at that, or I need to rethink about that. And you may decide to change, you know, a drastic change for some of you, because I think that you're really thinking about your emotional fulfillment, and also your social circle being highlighted here as well. Some of you are thinking and considering about a reconciliation. For a few of you, especially if you had like an ending here. If you did have an ending, like a breakup or something, and that's what this is about, both of you are in pain over it. You're keeping more quiet. This person's trying to shove their pain to the side and pretend like it's not there. Seeking emotional fulfillment, or you know, like trying to replace it. Can't replace pain, you know. You got to feel it. It takes time. That's for those of you that had like a breakup, because I can definitely see that as well here. But either way, heavy contemplation mode here. All right, so I don't really know what to call this reading. The switch up, I don't know. The change up, I'll figure it out. But zodiac signs you might be dealing with: Taurus, Virgo, Libra. They had kind of a similar read. If you have Libra in your chart, I would check that out. Can be Aquarius, Gemini, Libra again, Leo, Pisces, Scorpio, Capricorn, Virgo. Could be another Taurus, Aries. Yeah. So those are the predominant zodiac signs I see, but keep in mind it could be any zodiac sign because it's a general reading. So don't get too caught up on that. If it resonated, awesome. Give me a like, share, and subscribe, please. Also, if you click on the little down arrow underneath my video, it'll pop up in the description box where you can access my Instagram, Facebook, and my other YouTube. I don't do tarot there. I just kind of blab about whatever's on my mind, but you can check it out if you want. And then in addition to being able to subscribe for free, you can now become a member for a small fee and get additional behind the scenes videos that you can't get anywhere else. Also, you can click on the pink hoodie and go into my store and get you a Tarot Time with Dana hoodie. Check it out. Wishing you guys the very best. Till next time, my friends. Namaste.